Welcome back to Leeds Lately. I thought I'd just hop on here, just have a little bit of a chat about the Nottingham Forest game, which obviously won, and a little bit of a preview for the Crystal Palace game as well, guys. I haven't really had a video like this in a while. I've been doing all the live streams for the games and stuff, but I haven't had a chance to have a proper sit down. So let's talk about what happened on Tuesday night first. Excellent win, and more importantly, an excellent performance. I thought Leeds was so good in this game. We conceded first, okay, and even though we did, I kind of always felt like we were going to come back because of the way we'd been playing up to that point. I mean, it was only 13 minutes in, but also because of Forest's terrible away record. That was their fifth goal away from home all season. So we did really well. We came back into the game with Jack Harrison's equaliser. Jack Harrison played excellent and actually has a new contract now as well, signed until 2028. So I think that was also really good news for him. Great goal from him. Did well not to blaze that over the bar, and he also did well to stay on side. You'll remember in the FA Cup against Fulham, Nonto had a bit of a goal like that, and it was adjudged offside because he was a bit too eager to go and get it. So I think Jack Harrison did really well to stay on side and then score that. And then obviously on the other side of the pitch, Sinistera was excellent as well, making sure that we didn't miss Wilfred Nonto too much in that game because he was so good with his dribbling, he's cutting inside, he's trying to cross to the back post, and then also he had a couple of shots that went to the back post, and one of them, fortunately for Leeds, went in the bottom corner. So yeah, I think all round it was an excellent performance from Leeds. We definitely deserved to win that game. And on the basis of what we've seen so far from Gracia, I'm very happy with him. He's winning the games that he should win and potentially drawing or losing the games that he shouldn't really be expected to, which is kind of what you wanted. It's kind of what you expected from a normal Premier League club. And that's what we want to become a little bit, actually have a bit of security and go up into that mid-table. So when we look at the table, we currently sit in 13th place on 29 points. If we can if we can beat Crystal Palace on Sunday, though, they're only on 30 points and they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. We've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1. So obviously we're in a lot better form than them, but obviously, like people always say, form doesn't actually really mean anything on the day. But you'd like to think, as we're at home, they've got no Wilfred Zaha. They'll be sitting back a little bit more negatively because they're now under Roy Hodgson again, who has now beaten his own record and become the oldest Premier League manager ever. You'd like to think we can get past Crystal Palace, and if we can, we break that 30-point mark. And the fact that we are able to break that 30-point mark is not just excellent when you're looking at the table, but also psychologically for the players to be able to say, okay, we're over that threshold now. You feel like you're nearly there. Our goal difference as well, when you actually look at the bottom half of the league, from 12th down to 20th, Leeds have -11 goal difference, which is on par with Leicester for having the absolute best goal difference in the bottom half of the table. So Crystal Palace, then, I think we can win that game. I'm actually going to be going to that game, so you're going to get a match day vlog. So yeah, hopefully Leeds get a big performance and a big win there, and it allows us to move up into that 12th position and really start to feel like we're cementing our place in the Premier League for next season. But we've got to make sure that we're not complacent. I don't think we will be. I think Gracia is a very tactically astute and switched on and clever manager, and I think that he won't take anything for granted and he will go out and try and win that game in the right way. The way I think that we'll set up is very similar to how we set up against Forest, but I think perhaps you will see Christensen start over Ayling. You may see Ayling start anyway because Gracia wants to sort of show a bit of solidarity in him, even though he didn't play very well against Forest, which, okay, fair enough, that's down to the manager. For me personally, I think I would give Rasmus a chance. He's played really well when he's come on in the last couple of games, and obviously he scored 2 goals as well, so he seems to be a bit more of a threat going forward as well, which is kind of what we've been asking from him. So I think, you could see Rasmus come in, and I also wouldn't be totally surprised to see Rodrigo come in for Bamford. I think the way that Rodrigo plays, he might be a little bit more effective against the back line of Crystal Palace. And I also think he's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more wanting to go to goal and shoot at any opportunity, whereas Bamford at the moment seems a little bit hesitant, and when the chances do fall to him, he also seems like it kind of gets in his head a little bit and he's not 100% sure on where he wants to put the ball or which foot he wants to take it with. So I think Rodrigo coming in could be a good shout there. Sinistera for me has to keep his position. Jackie too has to keep his position, and hopefully Wilfred Gnonto is still recovering from that injury. So if we can get half time a little bit further into the game and we're doing okay, then we won't need Wilfred Gnonto. But if we are drawing or we're losing a bit later on in the game, we might still need to call on Wilfred Gnonto, so it'd be good to have him on the bench to bring on a bit later on. And the same goes for Crescencio Somerville. Obviously he doesn't have an injury. The other key thing that we need to watch out for when watching this game is Weston McKennie. I think Weston McKennie played excellently. I mentioned this on the Final Word the other night on Just Joe's channel. McKennie played excellent, and I think as long as he continues to play like he did against Forest, we won't miss Tyler Adams as much as we thought we would. I think if we'd lost Tyler Adams in the way we did with that injury and we hadn't had Weston McKennie sign in January, then we'd have really, really struggled in the middle of the park. But I think the way Weston McKennie played against Forest, he was picking up the ball in deep positions, he was spraying it forward, trying to get those progressive passes up the pitch. He was tackling well as well, he was strong in the tackle. So if he can continue to do that against Crystal Palace, I don't think we'll miss Tyler Adams as much. So hopefully he's on his A game, and then obviously alongside him, Mark Rocker needs to be playing well as well. When you look to the back of the team, Verba won't be back yet, so it's probably going to be Strauch and Koch in there, with Firpo at left back, who also played really well against Forest. And then for me, Christensen at right back, but that's a 50-50 whether it will be Christensen or Ayling. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game, looking forward to getting back in Elland Road again in the Cheese Wedge and getting 3 points hopefully that takes us to 32 points in the league, which I think we'll only need a couple of wins after that. And when you look at our fixtures, there's definitely opportunities to get them against Bournemouth and Leicester. So yeah, I think that it's a very winnable game. I think we will win it. But yes, you'll see a match day vlog on the channel on Sunday. Just another quick thing to mention. It's been up for a few weeks now, but I haven't really mentioned it on the channel. There is also memberships available now on the channel. Now, it's just a couple of quid a month. Don't feel like you have to if you don't want to. It's a very optional thing. It just means that when you comment, you'll get priority replies to comments. If I see your name, I will be replying to your comment first. And then also, I will actually be doing, once we get a couple of people in there, and once we get a couple of people commenting on the videos, I will do little videos just for the members, just replying to your comments. So it'll be like a private video. Members only will be able to see it. So your comments, get your comments in on these videos if you're a member, and I will be able to reply to you in video form and give you a bit more of a more detailed personal answer to that. And then the other thing is that you get little badges and stickers and stuff that you can use in the live streams just to draw a little bit more attention to your comment, and I'll definitely reply to your comments if I see your names, because obviously you'd be a paying subscriber. But like I say, feel no obligation whatsoever to do it. It's just there if you want to be a little bit more involved in the channel in the future. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Excellent result against Forest. Looking forward to a big result on Easter Sunday against Crystal Palace. So look out for that match day vlog, and make sure you hit the notification bell and that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.